Welcome to my channel. I'll be starting a new What If series. What if Bulma created 7-3? We start off this story after events of the Cell Saga. Earth has lost one of its most powerful protectors, Son Goku. After he sacrificed himself to save the planet, with Goku gone, the balance of power on Earth has shifted. The world is safe, but the Z Fighters know very well that new threats will always come. This is where the changes begin. Bulma, ever the genius, had managed to get her hands on Dr. Gero's old projects and research notes. Among them are the schematics of Cell. Though the monster is gone, the potential of his design remains locked in these files. Bulma studies them in detail, fascinated by the concept of an artificial being capable of adapting to and using the abilities of others. With Goku no longer around to protect Earth, she feels compelled to step in and fill that gap in her own way. She decides to create a new android, not out of malice like Gero, but as a safeguard. Unlike Dr. Gero, Bulma has access to far more resources. Capsule Corporation's technologies leaps and bounds ahead of anything Gero had in his disposal. While Gero worked in secrecy with limited tools, Bulma has an entire empire of innovation behind her. The process is grueling and meticulous. The entire process takes up to 2 years, during which Vegeta remains the only one aware of her work. For Vegeta, he sees it as a chance to grow stronger. If this new android can mimic abilities, then it could be used as a sparring partner unlike any other, a tool to push him beyond his limits. Without Goku to challenge him, Vegeta is desperate to continue advancing, and Bulma's creation could be the perfect catalyst. Finally, the project reaches completion. Bulma unveils her creation, Android 7-3. The centerpiece of its ability is a specialized mechanism built into its programming, an ability to copy powers and techniques of anyone it makes contact with. Unlike Cell, it doesn't need DNA to elaborate experiments to grow stronger. Its power lies in adaptability. In her mind, 7-3 is meant to serve as a protector and an ally. As 7-3 comes online, its existence changes the dynamics of the Z Fighters entirely. Vegeta immediately sees the potential and begins to train against it. Every fight is a test of strategy, as the android can mirror his moves and abilities with frightening accuracy. For Vegeta, this is both frustrating and exhilarating, as he must learn to outthink his own techniques and push past his natural limits. Over time, he grows stronger, his pride stoked by the challenge of overcoming a being designed to replicate him. Meanwhile, Bulma's decision to create 7-3 has far-reaching consequences. In the absence of Goku, the Z Fighters find themselves increasingly reliant on the new android. Piccolo trains with it as well, recognizing its ability to mimic powers and forces him to adapt in ways he wouldn't against a normal opponent. Even Gohan, still wrestling with the loss of his father and his role as Earth's new protector, finds value in sparring with 7-3. The android becomes a strange but necessary part of their circle. What sets this timeline apart is how much faster Earth's defenders grow. With 7-3 constantly learning and evolving and training, everyone is forced to step up. Vegeta in particular benefits immensely, as his obsession with training and surpasses limits finds the perfect outlet. By the time the new threats would eventually arrive, the Z Fighters are far more stronger than in the original timeline. 5 years later, a new world tournament rolls around. This moment has been long awaited by Earth's greatest warriors, a chance to see how far they've all come in the years since the Cell games. But this time, the atmosphere feels different. The absence of Goku had been felt deeply, yet now, for only one day, he returns from the other world. He's been watching from afar, aware of Bulma's creations. 7-3 had become not just a training partner but a key part of Earth's defense, and now Goku is eager to witness firsthand how much everyone has grown. The tournament begins as usual, with familiar faces reuniting and rivals eager to test themselves. When it comes time for Gohan's match, things take a dramatic turn. At the request of Babidi, Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan, his power radiating across the arena, but the display is suddenly interrupted as Shin, the Supreme Kai, uses his energy to hold Gohan still. From the shadows, Yamu charges forward, plunging a strange device into Gohan and draining his energy before fleeing with Spopovich. The crowd is left in confusion, but the Z Fighters immediately sense the danger. Shin reveals himself as no ordinary spectator, but the Supreme Kai with urgent news. He explains that they have no time to waste. An evil wizard named Babidi is plotting to revive something far worse than Cell or even Frieza. He needs their help to stop this disaster before it begins. Without hesitation, 7-3, Vegeta, Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan follow Shin and Kibito to confront the threat head-on. Their pursuit takes them to a barren wasteland where a towering structure stands ominously in the distance. Guarding its entrance is the Demon King himself, Dabura, one of Babidi's most fearsome henchmen. His dark presence radiates across the battlefield, but what he encounters next is unlike anything he expected. 7-3 steps forward to fight him, eager to prove his strength. The battle erupts instantly. Dabura, confident in his demonic power, is shocked at how ineffective his attacks are. Every strike, every blast, every attempt to overwhelm his opponent is met with calculated efficiency. 7-3 was dominating. His strength, his speed, his adaptability far surpasses anything Dabura has faced before. For the first time in centuries, the Demon King feels fear. While 7-3 clashes outside, the others enter Babidi's ship. Inside, Babidi wastes no time trying to manipulate their hearts. His magic probes their mind, searching for anger, for pride, for darkness to exploit. Yet, things do not go the way he wants to. Vegeta, who in the original timeline succumbs to his desire to surpass Goku, now resists. Over the years, his rivalry with Goku has softened. With 7-3 as his constant sparring partner, Vegeta no longer felt the same desperate need to eclipse his rival at any cost. He has grown stronger through discipline, not obsession. Babidi's influence fails to take root. Undeterred, Babidi turns to his warriors. He teleports Vegeta into a battle with Pui and Goku into a fight with Yakon. Both Saiyans dispatch their opponents effortlessly, their training and experience far beyond the level of Babidi's pawns. Meanwhile, the energy stolen for Gohan is delivered to Buu's egg. Years of passive training had honed Gohan's abilities, and the sheer amount of energy he unknowingly provided proves more than enough to achieve Babidi's goal. Back outside, Dabura grows desperate. He unleashes his most fearsome technique, spitting stone-turning saliva, at 7-3. But the android reacts fast, dodging at the last moment. 7-3 counters using a move he had learned from Vegeta. A Gallic gun roars through the battlefield, obliterating the Demon King before he can make another move. For the first time, Dabura falls to the creation of human genius. As the others regroup, Goku and Vegeta emerge victorious from their matches, rejoining the team. Babidi himself now appears, furious at the failure of his warriors, but it's not Babidi that shocks the group, it's the sudden overwhelming presence that follows. Before their eyes, Majin Buu's egg cracks open. Shin trembles in fear, recognizing the return of the terror the universe had hoped to forget. Buu awakens, his strange, almost playful demeanor hiding the destructive power within. The group has no choice now but to fight. 7-3 steps forward, assessing the Majin with calculating eyes. For the first time in a while, the android feels a sense of excitement. He can tell that Majin Buu's potential is unlike anything he has ever faced before. The android, built to surpass Dr. Drill's nightmares, now stands before one of the greatest threats in history, eager for the challenge. That will be the end of the opening part of What If BULMA created 7-3. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to see more videos like this one.